welcome to our program, Sports Chat.
Thank you. Thank you for
One very well put.
And, don't worry.
Okay, now he's here. It's whenever I see him, it's a weird situation because this guy is my kumpare and he is also my inaanak. So which is which? Nonito Donaire Jr., welcome to my program.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so John, people are excited, no? Sa mga fans mo. Now that it's official, recently you just announced, no, June 7, a rematch with Naoya the Monster Inoue. How excited are you for this fight?
I'm very, very excited for this fight kasi it's been, after the fight, I actually felt na I can get him the next time. Parang I have this energy na talagang I can get him. So I worked so hard to get this one, and I'm so grateful that they let me get this chance. So very excited ako kasi for me, yun nga no, I'm just very, very focused. As you can see in my last two fights, talagang magaling yung galaw ko, yung lahat may game plan na ako. So I'm very excited because I know na nakita ko gumaling din siya, but then yung sarili ko, I've worked so hard and I feel na talagang gumaling din ako ng mataas.
Sabi mo parang meron mo parang what went wrong situation for you after that Inoue fight?
Ang problema ko lang doon is I didn't have a game plan. It was just to fight. Yun lang. Pumunta ako doon, I'm gonna punch him. Parang ganun lang. I'm just gonna hit him as much as I can. Parang ganun lang. Wala akong game plan, wala akong setup, wala akong ganun. And of course, there's times na talagang nakikita ko yung movements nila at or movements niya, but I didn't react to it the way I should, the way I am now.
Jun, looking at yung mga fights mo before yung first Inoue match, parang people on the outside looking in, those who do not know you really well, parang they're saying na wala na, pababa na because you lost to Magdaleno, you lost to Frampton, you won over Ryan Burnett, pero parang naaga pa yung attention of that victory because of the supposed injury,
Injury, yes.
And then all of a sudden, one great win against Nordan Ubali. That was not an easy fight, and then we saw your power dito kay Raymart Gaballo. Was there a difference ba yung fight mo leading towards that first Inoue match as compared dito? Are these two different Donaires talaga?
Parang the Donaire of old na talagang nandun yung isip ko, nandun yung techniques, nandun yung yung game plan. Kasi for a long time, from 2013 or 14 to 2019 or 18, parang suntukan lang yung gusto ko. Parang nandun lang ako na, I train hard all the time, but I wasn't in the game plan like I am now. So to go back into that question, talagang iba na yung style ko, iba na yung nasa isip ko, at parang bumabata ako eh. The mentality is so different. So this is why talagang very, very excited ako sa laban na to.
Sabi nga nila, Manny Pacquiao is a freak of nature. I think you are also a freak of nature because si Manny Pacquiao moves up in weight to get the titles. Ikaw naman, you moved up in weight, pero you're going down in weight. Last time I heard, you can even make 115.
Yes.
So parang ano ba talaga yun? Normal. Regular.
Well, na-inspired ako kay Manny. Na-inspired ako kay Manny na umaakyat siya ng timbang and nanalo siya palagi. So for me, I wanted to emulate that. Kasi you have to, sa isip ko, you have to have a something to emulate and to follow. Not to compare yourself, but to have a path. So ganun yung ginawa ko to challenge myself and bring the best of me. But then na-realize ko after the Frampton fight na talagang mali talaga ako sa timbang na to. Kaya bumawa ako kaagad ng 118 at saka wala ka talaga akong problema to go down in 118. as well as to go down to 115 kasi nga yung timbang ko when before I was making weights sa laban namin ni Inoue, 116 na yung timbang ko. Kaya nga uminom ako ng tubig and then I was weighing in 117 closer to 118. So wala talaga akong problema when it comes down to making weight because ito talaga yung timbang ko na komportable ako.
Okay. You know, people your age, although mukha kang 28 pero you turn 40 later this year, no?
Yes.
You can sense sa mga fighters, no matter how hard they try to quote it. No? Alam mo na yung mga fighters, one way or the other, marireveal nila na I'm probably down to my last 1 or 2 fights. Pero ikaw, no, in looking at you, talking about this Inoue rematch, meron pang for a while Casimero, and then you were willing to challenge sina Chocolatito. Parang it's safe to say na you're
Marami
still
pa
good
akong
for 2 to 3, even 5 years. Ganun ba?
marami pa akong gasolina eh.
Yes.
Cheap pa yung gasolina ko
gasolina ngayon,
eh.
ha? Is that how you really feel talaga?
That's how I really feel. And I think siguro I just got into a lot of meditation and spirituality dati of parang I was always striving for something. Ngayon, I'm striving for my spiritual ascension, parang about myself, no? And I do a lot of meditation and a lot of gratitude. Nagpapasalamat ako palagi. But ultimately, I think siguro the mindset sa isip ko is I don't believe in time. So yan ang naano ko is yung katawan ko, yung binigay ni Lord sa akin yung katawan ko is my choice to believe in. So kung believe sa sarili ko na 21 years old ako, that's how I'm gonna feel. Pag inisip ko na, 50 years old na ako or 40 years old na ako, then that's how I'm gonna feel. Kung ano man yung salita sa isip mo sa sarili mo, that becomes you. Whatever you tell yourself, whatever the conversation you have to yourself, you start to believe in it. Kaya nga on the path na talaga from when I was going up and down, nanalo, natalo, talo, nalo, like panalo, matalo, parang ganun yung ko, up and down yung ko. But during those times, I've created a mentality na talagang a very very strong mentality. Na talagang masaya ako kung ano man yung problema ko, hindi mo makikita sa sarili ko kasi I'm very grateful to be here, but I think the mindset that I'm bringing in this year and in the previous year and the coming years as well is my choice. Kung sino man yung Nonito Donaire na choice ko, yan yung ang lalabas yan yung that's who you will see. That's the person you will see inside the ring.
Yeah. And I've known you for quite some time, hindi ka madamot, you always put in logic in whatever decisions you make. You're a family man right now, you've got 2 wonderful kids. And I'm sure, parating yung mga kids mo and your wife are always in front of your decision. So apparently that's how you feel really, no? You don't feel that fear for your age na baka madisgrasya ako. How about my kids, diba? Iba ganun no? So apparently that's where your parang yung energy mo is coming from your family.
Yes. Well, it's coming from my family, it's coming from myself, it's coming from the supporters, it's coming for all the Filipinos at saka yung mga supporters ko. It all comes from that energy. But yung fearlessness ko comes from my confidence na believe na ako sa sarili ko because I've been there for so many years, from winning to losing. At may natutunan ako palagi. And now it's time to not even think about it. Ang ano ko lang is I just trust my body na kung ano man yung nasa training, may palabas ko sa laban.
Okay, going back sandali lang dito ulit kay Inoue, Jun, sabi mo nga, you'll definitely be a much better fighter come fight night, come June against Inoue. So whatever you're feeling right now, the preparations, everything, and the way you see yourself in the ring come June 7, tingin mo ilang percent lang dun yung nakita natin lahat dun sa Inoue first fight?
Well, siguro from the way I am now, siguro at least 50% lang.
Mhm.
Because yung lakas ko naman hindi naman talaga nakita because during the training camp, ang pina-practice ko palagi is yung speed. So I
Mhm.
never really sat down on my punches. And then of course, nakita natin na iba yung gloves na ginamit ko doon kasi nasira yung gloves ko on the shipping. So lahat-lahat doon, I believe that I wasn't at the full capacity performing with Inoue. Not with my full power, not with my full speed, not with my full mentality. Kasi even now, may sabi ko lang talaga is the Nonito Donaire na pinakamagaling na Nonito Donaire, 50% is mentality. Sa laban ko ni Inoue dati, wala akong mentality doon. Except for the fight mentality. Wala yung champion mentality. Wala yung legendary mentality na lahat-lahat nakikita ko lahat 'yun eh. Right now nakikita ko lahat kung ano yung gagawin ko, kung ano yung i-set up ko. But of course, not to underestimate naman, siguro confident lang talaga ako sa sarili ko because of the way I'm training. But siguro, again, not to disrespect Inoue, he's an amazing fighter. And tremendous. He's giving me the hardest fight of my life. But for this fight, I'm gonna make it simple for me, and I'm gonna go out there and give everything that I got, 100%. That I
Jun,
feel
mhm.
nakulangan ako sa laban for the last fight.
And before that fight, June, yung first Inoue fight, Rachel, she's been always there, more supportive, more of the managerial side, and more of the very responsible wife. But beyond that, dito na pumasok yung Rachel Donaire, the trainer. And no one can question her, especially those who know her very well, because she's a Taekwondo champion, a fight sport in a lot of sense. No? And yun nga, she's been part of your officially, no, your team as your trainer. How big of a parang advantage meron ka with your wife, Rachel the trainer, nasa side mo ngayon?
Well, yun nga no is siya rin po din ang kasama doon sa 50% na nakulangan ko doon for the fight. Because the way she put the fight game together, yung mga strategy, and of course yung mga strength and conditioning na ginawa namin or ginagawa niya, man, it's just an amazing thing because nandun yung trust namin sa isa't isa. But most of all, naririnig ko lahat ng game plan ko na pinaplano namin for the fight. Because she's my wife. Palagi lang kami nag-uusap. So, hindi ko ma-misplace yung boses niya. While for a very long time, wala na akong maririnig kahit sino-sino dyan. Not even my father. Pero with my wife now, I think that she's a very powerful force sa laban ko, sa lahat ng mga laban ko from this point on because we're implementing all of the game plans.
John, I can't imagine yung buhay ninyo, no. Most likely you both wake up early, punta ng gym, training, and then usually kasi ang trainer pag uwi, nagre-review pa yan, no? Ang boxer nagpapahinga na lang, no? So how is that? You see your wife reviewing tapes of your opponents. How's a
Yeah,
typical day
she's
for
very
you?
good at it. She's very very good na yung pinapakita niya palagi sa akin is the choices that did you made this mistake or he made this mistake, dapat ito yung gagawin natin. Parang ganon. And in the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning, when we were just standing there and she'll tell me, "Oy, gawin natin to ganito ganyan." Like it never stops. But of course, pag nandun yung mga kids, we turn it off at any moment in time, but then we turn it back on when pag may idea kami.
Okay, that's nice.
So it's never it's non-stop talaga.
Yeah, Nansa. But sabi nga natin, boxing naman is just part of your life, It's not
Yes.
a lifetime thing, So
Yes.
it's good you get to understand each other's situation. Okay, so isang subject na lang if you don't mind me talking about it, Jaron Casimero will be fighting Paul Butler England Probellium Promotions. Inoue, meron ka bang interest dito sa laban na to?
100%. Kasi ang ano ko, plano ko talaga is to be undisputed, no? So, hopefully that we get that fight. Kung sino man yung mananalo sa kanila, then we will make those fight, because yun nga is the ultimate goal is to win, to become the undisputed champion.
What's there to achieve pa para sa iyo? Parang meron pa bang great things that hindi mo pa nakukuha na you think you can achieve during and after the Inoue fight, if ever?
Well, the undisputed, na makuha ko yung lahat na belt, yun lang talaga ang pinaplano ko. But aside from that, I'm just here naman to enjoy the moments for me. Wala na akong kailangan ipa-prove pa or gagawin or to accomplish. I've accomplished, many have not. So sa akin lang is to have the challenge, to enjoy the moments. So, parang ganoon ako eh. Pag nasa loob ako ng ring, talagang nag-i-enjoy ako. As before, talaga it was to succeed. This time, with the mentality, I just want to have a good time. Kaya I truly enjoyed the last fight with Inoue. Even though nabugbog kaming dalawa, but it was fun.
All right. So thank you very much, June, again for taking my call, you and Rachel, and I wish you all the best, and hope to see you come June.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure, man.
Welcome to our program, Sports Chat.
Thank you. Thank you for one very open.
Don't worry.
Fire.